guess that's why we call it hunting instead of finding. If it just was laying right there in front of you for you to find, we'd be shed finding, but we're shed hunting. Well, it's another day off of work and another day up on the mountain, and I'm going to be pretty confident today's the day I find my first deer or elk shed. I have never found one before, so it'd be a good day to start off. It's currently about 50 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 68. Just up Blacksmith Fork Canyon. So I'm gonna find a place. Brought my binoculars this time. Twice on the mountain without them. Made me realize what a valuable asset they'd be. So wish me luck. I come and hit this valley right here. Find a place to sit and glass the side hill. Might save me a lot of walking. So I came up on top of this little peak, and there's some deer right there. I'm just gonna give them some time to eat. Looks like there's 3 of them in there, and move to wherever they want to go. I'm gonna glass this side hill while they're eating because I don't want to bump them. Well, here's a really good sign. That's elk droppings. So we know they're in the area. Now if I just find their antler droppings instead of their poop droppings. Well, come up over this little brim and come up on this pretty dead animal. So probably a big deer, I'm assuming. So yep. One deadhead for the day, just not the kind we want to find. So some of you might be wondering where Bryce has been. He's around. He just works a lot. He's a bishop in our church, so that takes him away a lot. And he also is a supervisor over an ice cream plant. I don't know if you ever heard of Casper's Ice Cream. They make the Fat Boys and nut sundaes and stuff like that, but he's one of the managers there, so that takes him away a lot. My days off are during the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. His is Saturday, Sunday, so our days don't match up to be able to do this together. So I know the turkey hunt's just right around the corner, and we've talked about buying some permits and trying to slay a couple of turkeys with our bows. So I just bought a new Hoyt RX7. Bryce shoots a Hoyt RX5. So that might be coming up this next month, but until then you're stuck with me. Here's something crazy. Little rabbit's foot. Just sitting here along this trail. So keep an eye out for a three-legged rabbit. If we find him, we know where to tell him his fourth leg's at, and he can come back and get it. So I'm out walking, and I come up on this stomach of a deer. Got some hair around and stuff, but that's the stomach. I'm like, where's the stomach here? Where's the deer? Now look, and here it is up down the hill. Must have a mountain lion in this area or something. This one's all chewed up. Well, I got up here on this, started coming up the side hill, and I looked across, and right over there in that bush is a dead deer. It's just the bones at this point, but it's laying just right that its head's down behind some brush, so chances are there's no antlers on a skull. I'm going to walk over there and see. This is probably the 4th, 5th, maybe 6th dead deer that I've seen on this trip. Alright, just about made it up here to this dead deer, and there's a leg bone, but there's a skull in there. Just no antlers attached. So guess we'll keep looking. Well, I just had to ditch the vest. The sun is getting warmer, and the more I hike, the warmer I get as well. I'll probably be stripping my sweatshirt here pretty soon, but that's okay. Maybe I'll be up here in just my underwear searching. Things don't pick up soon. Every time I'm up here on the hill, I keep thinking, what if I ran into Eric with Hush, or Ben with Shed Crazy, or John from Minute on the Mountain? How awesome would that be? But I probably have as much luck of running into them as I do a Shed. So we keep looking for both of them. Oh look, there's Bigfoot. Hey. It looks like we got a coyote or a badger hard at work here. Starting to dig a bunch of downs right here. Alright guys, well I just got done glassing. Decided to shed more clothing down to a t-shirt. Can't go much less than that, so it feels like just the right temperature for this though. So I'm gonna keep hiking. When I find a good place to stop and glass, I'll stop and glass, but there's some sheds up here somewhere. Just gotta find them. Maybe John from Minute on the Mountain already found them all and beat me to this spot. I don't know if you've ever had the experience of when you're walking along a riverbed and you look down and you see that fool's gold. You get excited for a second, think, yes. Well, I think the same thing exists when it comes to antlers. There's a lot of fool's gold up here. So many of these branches, you see them from a ways away. Yeah, hike over to them thinking, go ask them first, and they're far enough away, you're like, yeah, it could be. And as you get closer, you realize you got fooled. So, I guess that's why we call it hunting instead of finding. If it just was laying right there in front of you for you to find, we'd be shed finding, but we're shed hunting, right? Well, I just climbed another couple hundred feet in elevation to find more of that fool's gold. I'm getting too old for this. Look, there's Bigfoot again. It's twice I've seen him up here today. Can't find a shed though. Well, I'm still climbing an elevation, and I don't know why. There's something up here, it's hard to breathe. Yeah, it's just because I'm fat and out of shape, but sadly, walking this little game trail, and look what I found. Another deer taken down and eaten. Something's living pretty good up here. Now obviously here, just getting eaten up by mountain lions and coyotes. But the good thing is I've seen a lot of live ones today too. I just need to move up higher and get away from the predator here. I think this day's kind of wrapping up on the mountain. I am not back to the truck yet, and I haven't given up hope, but I haven't found a shed yet. But this will be the first video I do find one. So, fingers crossed. I descend off this mountain. I'm going to come down this way and then work my way down back to the truck. So, appreciate everyone who watches these. I know there's better shed hunters out there. I obviously don't have the experience they have, but I'm going to keep working on this until I do find some. If not this year, next year, but I'm still feeling very positive about today. So make sure you follow this all the way to the end, so that way you can see how many sheds. I predict I'm going to find 6 sheds before I get home. If I'm wrong, I'll do a little hula dance in a homemade grass skirt for my wife. Of course, I'll have to videotape it, but I'm going to find 6 sheds before I get home. Stay tuned. Well, it's not a shed, but here's another dead deer. And here's its leg, but looks like just a little fawn. No, actually, yeah, fawn, but it was probably going to be a buck. It's got the start of some antlers there. Can't get it off here. You see it started growing some antlers, so dang, that's probably the buck I was supposed to shoot in 3 or 4 years from now. Guess I'll have to find a different one. Alright guys, I told you I'd find some sheds. Here's the first. There's shed number 1, and not too far from that shed is shed number 2. 4 more to go till I'm home. There's shed number 3. I've been doing this wrong the whole time. Oh, look way back there. Back in those trees is shed number 4. I've been doing this wrong the whole time. This is much easier. This is road hunting for sheds, I guess. There's got to be a couple more sheds along here. Oh, there's another shed right back there. Shed number 5. One more. I gotta pull over. And there's shed number 6. Well, that's a relief that I was able to find all those sheds. 6 sheds, not bad. I knew once I found the first one, the rest would come quick. Looks like I got a little sunburn today. Probably be filming that tonight, but anyways, I'm on the road. I'm gonna head home. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. One of these days I will find a real shed, the kind that we are looking and hoping for, just not today. Thanks, guys.